Hey, Shalom Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakakwadash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Noah's in this gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a lesson through the Spirit. This is an 11-minute or 13-minute video. I really want to play all of it, but I may interject in between because it's pretty lengthy. But I wanted to give a formal introduction to let you know what you may see in the video is quite disturbing and what proves that we got to get the hell up out of here. And definitely we are in the time of the end. As the scriptures say that this man would try to replace the Most High and everything that he stood for. All right, so Esau, man, his time is out. His time is up. And when you see this video, that movie, The Matrix, which came out over 20 years ago, it makes a lot of sense, man, as to why things are the way they are, and these movies have shown us 20 years in advance what the hell to expect for the time we're living in. So without further delay, this is a copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. It says copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. It says allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticisms, comments, news, reporting, teachings, scholarship, and research. It says fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing non-profit educational or personal use tips in the balance of favor of fair use. And I read that out because they're going to play a clip of The Matrix, and a lot of times they try to hit you with a copyright strike, and say that we're infringing on their rights or whatever they want to say. But that was just for disclaimer purposes. So anyway, I'm going to play the video, and I'm going to interject from time to time, and we're going to go through the precepts. But to show you that this man, he got to be stopped, man. Okay, so without further delay, here we go.
This is the construct. It's our loading program. We can load anything from clothing to equipment, weapons, training simulations, anything we need.
Right now, we're inside a computer program.
Is it really so hard to believe? Your clothes are different, the plugs in your arms and head are gone. Your hair has changed. Your appearance now is what we call residual self-image. It is the mental projection of your digital self.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain. This is the world that you know. The world is
Right, because everything is a simulation. Everything around us is an illusion. Okay, everything is digitized. Everything is what you're perceived to be. Like they say, perception is truth. Well, I disagree with that in some aspects. Well, you can say perception is truth due to unbelievers, but the truth is the truth. Okay, and we have the truth, but most people that don't have a form of truth, they say perception is true. Okay, like if you perceive that the water is cold that you get inside, then that's what you perceive to be. Like when he said, well, look, you take the red pill, then you stay in Wonderland, and not sure how deep the rabbit hole goes. But if you take the blue pill, then, you wake up, you believe whatever you want to believe, and things go as normal. Okay, but you take the red pill, then he shows you how deep the rabbit hole goes. So we're basically, the truth is basically of the red pill. Not saying this is a red pill movement, MGTOW, none of that, but the truth is the truth. And since we've woken up to the truth, we've become exposed to a lot of stuff, a lot of information. And the more you watch these movies and indulge in them, the more your spiritual eye starts to open. Like a lot of good tactic too is when brothers go see movies, pray the Lord to give you the Holy Spirit to see the actual meaning of the movie. Of course we go for entertainment purposes, but regardless of that, man, ask the Lord for a deeper revelation. Like the movie Babylon is coming out this week. I want to go see that movie, because I guarantee you it's some hidden gems in that. The crazy part, they even show you the lady with the red dress on. So that's going to be a heavy-ass movie. And through the Spirit, I know it's going to be like a lot of gems in that movie. But hey, like everything, So here we go.
Was at the end of the 20th century. It exists now only as part of a neural interactive simulation that we...
Hence the metaverse. That's basically the metaverse, a simulation, because everything around you is going to be so fucked up and so degraded to the point people are going to have to live inside of an artificial reality, okay? Because the stresses of everyday life, the collapsing of the economy, they want to reduce everybody to this pod-like nature of this simulation, man. This was the whole thing, Neuralink, connecting the brains to realism or real life or realism, so to speak. With the Neuralink and metaverse, once that links up, somehow, some way, that's gonna make things turn out real. Let's say if you buy a metaverse headset and you say, you know what, I want to get in a metaverse, I want to escape life, shit is fucked up, and you take the Neuralink. Just say if you decide to commit suicide in a metaverse, you may can die for real. Because they say the brain makes it real, right? So your mind makes everything real. So you commit suicide in the metaverse, you can very well possibly die in real life due to the stresses put on your brain. So, and I just speculate when I say that. I mean, it's no guarantee, but it makes sense. Like Ready Player One, the Freddy Krueger movies, the particular movies they got out when you're dealing with this artificial reality setting, people actually dying in real life, like in fucking Demolition Man, when she put the thing on his head, they actually thought they was having sex, but he broke it. He's like, I never touched you. But in their mindset, they was totally aroused telepathically. You see, even though they wasn't physically touching each other, it made it real. So it makes a lot of sense, man. Like he say in this video, well, not in this video, but in the Matrix, if you watch it, he say, well, if you die in the Matrix, do you die in real life? Then he said, well, yeah. He said, but I thought it wasn't real. He said, the mind makes it real. Because when he was training and he was getting beat up, he felt the pain when he woke up, which shows you that this everyday life we're living in is basically a matrix, man. This is all folly and games, but this is how it is. So anyway, here we go.
Call the Matrix. You've been living in a dream world, Neo. This is the world as it exists today. Welcome to the desert of the real. We have only bits and pieces of information, but what we know for certain is that at some point in the early 21st century, all of mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own magnificence as we gave birth to AI.
AI. You mean artificial intelligence?
A singular consciousness that spawned an entire race of machines. We don't know who struck first, us or them, but we know that it was us that scorched the sky. At the time, they were dependent on solar power, and it was believed that they would be unable to survive without an energy source as abundant as the sun. Throughout human history, we have been dependent on machines to survive. Fate, it seems, is not without a sense of irony. The human body generates more bioelectricity than a 120-volt battery and over 25,000 BTUs of body heat. Combined with a form of fusion, the machines had found all the energy they would ever need. There are fields here, endless fields, where human beings are no longer born. We are grown. For the longest time, I wouldn't believe it. And then I saw the fields with my own eyes. Watched them liquefy the dead so they could be fed intravenously to the living. And standing there, facing the pure, horrifying precision, I came to realize the obviousness of the truth. What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world. built to keep us under control in order to...
That's why these laws and shit they write, the laws, what they prescribe, you know, the settings, the penal codes, the way the society is laid out. It's all about control, man. And see, when he was breaking that truth down, it was too much for him. He couldn't deal with it. It was too much for him to handle. So he bugged out, you see. But anyway, got a couple of precepts here real quick. This is the book of Ezekiel 28, and I'm going to start at verses 2. It says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, that says the Lord Yahweh, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, and I sit in the seat of God, and in the midst of the seas, which is the people. Yet thou art a man, and not the power, though thou set thy heart as the heart of a power. Because if you have the heart of a God or a God-like status, that means you're the creator, you're innovator, you're the producer, you're basically in charge of creation itself. And this is Esau's futile attempt of getting back at the Most High for basically Jacob supplanting him of the birthright. So Esau was telling the Most High, well, look, you know what? Since you know what, I can't get the birthright, I can't get the kingdom, then I'm just going to set up an artificial kingdom on the planet Earth. I'm going to chip everybody, put chips in everybody's head. I'm going to set up a left-hand utopia, so to speak, a left-hand kingdom of heaven on the earth, the kingdom of hell on earth. This is what Esau was doing, and this is the reason why the elites are hours on the clock is trying to get this MOTB on and running, because they want to chip everybody. They want to bring everybody into this digital reality. I mean, it's evident as the route they're going with this technology, man. You know, these smart cities, smartphones, these smart grids, etc. It's very obvious. And for Israelites out there to not see this and to deny it, either they sold out or they just don't know. But I'm gearing towards they sold out. Because you claim to be prophets of the Lord, and you got regular Christians and regular just people out there that know the mark of the beast is the RFID, CHIP. But you got notable Israelites that's been in this thing 20 plus years that can't seem to break that prophecy down. What's wrong with that picture? You do the math, all right?
to change a human being into this.
No. I don't believe it. It's not possible.
I didn't say it would be easy, Neo. I just said it would be the truth.
Check this out. This is where it gets real.
Introducing Ectolife, the world's first artificial womb facility, powered entirely by renewable energy. Ectolife allows infertile couple to conceive a baby and become the true biological parents of their own offspring.
Popped up on the screen. We're going to read these scriptures, man. This is 2 Thessalonians. I actually had this in the repertoire. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4 said, who opposing and exalted himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is the Most High. That's what Esau was doing. Creating artificial mating labs, man. Infertile couples able to produce babies now. I thought in the scriptures that the Most High didn't want to bear in a womb. You're not supposed to have a kid. Now, it was different with Sarah. I believe she was, 90 years old? Or 99 years old, if I'm not mistaken. And allegedly her womb was barren, but the Most High blessed her. Okay? And then when, basically, I believe when the angel told her, she laughed and scoffed at him like, well, no. Yeah, right. And then the angel was like, okay, that's the deal. But she was able to bear and conceive a son, man. You see what I'm saying? But that's because the Lord ordained it. But look at what Esau was doing on the left-hand side. He's ordaining these things through his left-hand source, which is all the Most High at the end of the day. That's giving him the technology to do so. But this is that whole left-hand energy nonsense, because now women, instead of having natural births, they can actually have what you call it's the word I'm looking for in particular. Bear with me here, man. My thoughts are all over the place. Artificial insemination. Then you have what they call you could basically customize a baby. It's like you play 2K23. I think it started back in 2K18, 17 or 18. Basically, you was able to upload your profile, and they can take a scan photo of your basketball profile, and it'll be you on the screen. Okay, so now fast forward 5-6 years later, you can basically customize a baby. If you want your baby to have blonde hair, blue eyes, and dark skin, you can go ahead and make that happen. okay? Because they're trying to do away with the power of Yahweh Shimi Shai through this left-hand technocracy, man. Okay, and it's madness. This is why we need up out of here. Because sooner or later, we ain't gonna be able to have natural births, man. We ain't gonna be able to label the women and, fluid transfer to fluid transfer. You're not even gonna be able to touch the opposite sex in a little while because they're gonna ban all that shit. And they showed you that in Demolition Man. He wasn't able to touch her for real without getting fined. He had to do it through a head pod, through a metaverse, so to speak. Which that should have frustrated me, man, because, as much as we get on women, hey, we love women. The reason why we get on women so much is because they're not in their right order, and they're out of balance right now. They're not in their right order, and they're off right now. But nonetheless, we get on them because we actually love them, and that's nothing greater than a woman in her righteous order. That's the best thing that can happen to a man outside of this truth, a woman in her best order. And you can read that in Sirach, the 36th chapter, man. That's a beautiful thing. And me personally, I love women, without a doubt. But we curse them out because they ain't right. So for you to take away that right of us even dealing with women, that's we got to get out of here, man. Straight up. I wish my female would say, we're going to have a customized baby. She's going to be your complexion, but she's going to have blue eyes. Fuck that. Nah. Only how she going to get blue eyes or he going to get blue eyes if the Most High allows that. And that's if I'm dealing with a chick with blue eyes or somebody. But nobody in my family that I know has blue eyes, so it's not going to happen. Case in point, we got to get out of here. All right?
It's a perfect solution for women who had their uterus surgically removed due to cancer or other complications. With Ectolife, premature births and C-sections will be a thing of the past. Ectolife is designed to help countries that are suffering from severe population decline, including Japan, Bulgaria.
But that's bullshit because for one thing, in 1 minute they saying they trying to control the population. Next minute they saying we're overpopulated. I believe down in China and Japan they reduce, I believe, like 2 babies a couple or something like that, because I believe China has one of the most populous countries. Then you got India. China, India, some of the most 2 populated countries on the planet Earth. And yet they were talking about population control. We were too overpopulated, but now all of a sudden this is to bring back population. It don't make any sense. This is to do away with the natural order of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, bar none. Okay?
South Korea, and many others. The facility features 75 highly equipped labs. Each state-of-the-art lab can accommodate up to 400 growth pods or artificial wombs. Every pod is designed to replicate the exact conditions that exist inside the mother's uterus.
So in this case, there wouldn't be no need for women. If that's the case.
Single building can incubate up to 30,000 lab-grown babies per year. Ectolife allows your baby to develop in an infection-free environment. The pods are made of materials that prevent germs from sticking to their surfaces. Every growth pod...
Lab-grown babies. And to show you how wicked this devil is, because he totally created the toxic atmosphere for babies to come out with autism by poking them with this shit. And all of a sudden, now you come up with an artificial way of creating babies out of lab-grown pods with affection free. Now, if you didn't destroy what it was in the first place and you let everybody deal with a natural birth without all the medicines and no C-sections and all that stuff, and you provided the proper foods and nutrients and the proper diets that people can follow, then you wouldn't have the issues you'll have now. Show you how fucking stupid this Edomite is, man. This dude create the situation, create the problem, just to come back and try to fix it artificially, man. Which there's no benefit in artificial shit. Like you got what they call sugar sweetened, and you have artificial sugar. It's gonna kill you, man. This guy's stupid, man. That's why it says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee, but with thy wisdom and with thy understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, right? Because he's gonna get filthy rich off this shit. And this is the plans of the elites, man. And I won't doubt if they don't have this brewing in some underground cities or laboratories and all this other stuff, because you better believe what you see up top, you better believe they have a replica of down underneath. Like a celebrity lady or a lady, she bought out an instance where she went underground to these cities. She basically was involved in a sex scandal with Joe Biden. So she went down there basically to suck his rod. A black woman, typical, right? She went down there to blow him down, and she said there was cities under there, it was transportation, it was restaurants, it was hotels. I mean, they building up underground, and she said that Dumbs was so vast to the point you needed an escort in order to find your way around, because if you turn around and go back the way you thought you can, you're gonna get lost. That's how crazy and deep this rabbit hole goes. And you better believe they have this shit underground brewing up somewhere. They're testing it to see how it will how it will fare with the populace. You know, but Lord's will, we don't get that much time left here for it to be a thing. But nonetheless, they are experimenting with these things. It's hush hush, but it's out there. You never know who may be a hybrid, a clone, or a fucking sleeper cell. You just never know. Okay, like we only scratching the surface of the wickedness that the Most High has revealed to us. But we see everything that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai sees. You see why he will have to nuke this place and bring this man down. Okay, it says here, because with wisdom and with thy understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and thou hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. And by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic thou hast increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. But it says, therefore thus says Yahweh power, because thou hast set thy heart as the heart of God. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers into thee, and the terrible of the nations, and they should draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they should defile thy brightness, right? And they should bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas, right? Because now you're being exposed. The nations are exposing your sorcery, your witchcraft. They're showing how you're a bunch of degenerates, how you're dealing with this whole ABC agenda, okay? This whole transgender vendor, all this shit. They're exposing you, man. You see? Everything is happening according to the scriptures. That's why it says they should defile thy brightness, right? Because your brightness was in your left-hand sorcery, your magic, your witchcraft. Now everybody's exposing it for what it is, because this is not a good thing that we're watching here. This is scary, okay? And this is not natural. This is not of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai at all. And this is why we need to get up out of here, man. And you got Israelites that want to stay here. You got Israelites that saying, oh, well, we don't see that the sea hip being something that Esau is going to control you. How the hell you think all this is going to be up and running? Through digital means, man. You ain't going to have some one man controlling the ship. You're going to have this thing is going to be like a digital output, and it's going to be dispersed among these algorithms, man. How the hell you think they're going to get it up running so quick? Why you think they're in a hurry to build up this new world order? This is what we're looking at. All right.
Pod features sensors that can monitor your baby's vital signs, including heartbeat, temperature, blood pressure, breathing rate, and oxygen saturation. The artificial intelligence-based system also monitors the physical features of your baby and reports any potential genetic abnormalities. The pods are equipped with a screen that displays real-time data on the developmental progress of your baby. These data are sent directly to your phone so you can track your baby's health from the comfort of your zone. The app also provides you with a high-resolution progress of your baby. These data are sent directly to your phone so you can track your baby's health from the comfort of your zone.
That's the whole point. The fuck you think you're supposed to do with a woman, man? Supposed to take your rod and put it in her and create, okay? Not sitting home monitoring your baby being born in some damn lab. The fuck is the point of me being around you if I can't get none? If I can't do shit with you? What's the fucking point? Didn't the Lord say that Genesis 1 and 26 that the man created, the Most High created man, he, them, and female, roughly paraphrasing it? They supposed to procreate, be fruitful, multiply. What the fucking point is this? This devil gotta go, man. He has to go. Let's get the precept. Genesis, the first chapter. 1, and I'm going to start at verses, let's start at verses, Genesis 1 and 27. So it says, the Elohim created man in his own image. In an image of the Elohim created he him, meaning man is created in an image of the Most High. And male and female created he them, and the female is created in our image, man. It says, and the Elohim blessed them, and Elohim said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. I'm not trying to do that by artificial means, man. I'm trying to get some old, I want to, we want to get it in type shit. You want skin-to-skin contact. And it sucks to the point that the most pleasurable thing on the planet Earth comes with a fucking death sentence, man. You stick your rod in one of these women, man, you might not have a rod coming out. Fucking die, you end up getting a spike hormone. Hey, pop a chick that got that juice, man. You're going to be fucked up. Dizzy and shit, man. You all messed up. Spike proteins, you breathing in. Man, this place gotta go, man. Okay, we can't even engage in one of the most profitable and the most pleasurable experience on the planet Earth, such as having sex with a woman, a virgin that has never been defiled, and you putting your seed in her, that makes it yours, man. When you have a undefiled virgin and you put your seed in her, because if a woman has a baby already, then you're not supposed to be putting your seed in that. That's tarnished soil. Okay, as upsetting as that may be to a lot of you women, you know, you have to deal with the reality of it. Is you are brought forth through polluted soil. Okay, and that's not a righteous thing to put your seed in that. Now, there is exceptions to the rule. Men have put their seed in other women, but me personally, I wouldn't want to make that mistake. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, and I wouldn't want another man to put, if I left a baby there, another man put seed in the soil that I've already planted in, then woe to that man. You know, hey, I feel sorry for him because now he's battling two different mixes of sperm specimens and spirits. He's battling me and he's battling everybody else. So I feel bad for that man, you know, but that's the most simple thing is having sex with a woman and having babies and building up a legacy. You can't even do that. Now you got to do it through artificial means. Esau come out with the whole moniker, you only can have sex one time a month and you got a 10-minute limit if you don't get off. Well, what kind of shit is that? What's the whole point? I was just supposed to look at her and just get off? No. It's crazy, man. And it says, and the power blessed them and said, unto them be fruitful, multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth, man. And that's the whole creation of life there. We're supposed to have our children, and we're supposed to procreate and bring forth more seed. And that's what we're going to do in the kingdom. We're going to have sex in the kingdom. For all you disbelievers out there, we are going to, scripture say that a small one should become a great nation. How is that going to happen? Okay, we're going to have a lot of sex in the kingdom of heaven, man. We're going to bring back our seed, and we're going to replenish this universe. Okay, and it's going to be a damn good time living in the kingdom. We ain't going to have to worry about our kids being brought up in some genetic hybrid laboratory. Like, that's madness, man. All right.
App also provides you with a high-resolution live view of your baby's development. A special section in the app allows you to watch a time-lapse of your baby's growth and share it directly with your loved ones. Because babies can recognize language and learn new words while still in the womb, Ectolife Growth Pods feature internal speakers that play a wide range of words and music to your baby. Through the app, you can choose the playlist that your baby listens to. You can also directly sing to your baby.
You're going to have Keisha bumping some Young Jock or some fucking Young Dolph while the baby is born. You got Keisha bumping some WAP. Baby already coming out a nigga bumping some WAP or some wet-ass pussy. Or some fucking some fucking Nicki Minaj or some shit. Some Megan Thee Stallion. You got bitches pulling up, seat laid back bitches listen to fucking Young Dolph. Oh, nobody want no goddamn woman like that, man. Listen to hardcore fucking rap music. And you niggas think that shit is cute. I hate a fucking woman that act like a dude, man. That's the most unfeminine shit in the world. She seat black popping her neck. That's not sexy at all. That masculine ass spirit. That's why 98% of our relationships fail, because we in relationships with masculine ass bitches, man. And I say it that way. A masculine bitch ain't nothing worse than that. Even the ones that appear to have a feminine side are masculine as hell. Tell you what the fuck they ain't gonna do. Oh, well, you're not over me. I'm not under you. Oh, well, don't be under me. Go be under this devil and see how far that gets you. You know, but this place got to be destroyed.
And make them familiar with your voice before birth. Our goal is to provide you with an intelligent offspring that truly reflects your smart choices. Ectolife improves your bonding experience with your baby. Thanks to a 360 degrees camera that's fitted inside your baby's growth pod, you can use your virtual reality headset to explore what it's like to be in your baby's place. See what they see and hear what they hear. Using a wireless haptic suit connected to your baby's growth pod, you will be able to sense their kicks in the womb and share this experience with your friends and family members. With Ectolife, your baby will receive the best nutrients that can support their growth. Each group of pods is connected to 2 central bioreactors. The first bioreactor contains nutrients and oxygen, which are supplied to your baby through an artificial umbilical cord. This bioreactor also contains a liquid solution that serves as the amniotic fluid that surrounds babies in the mother's uterus. It's rich of vital hormones, growth factors, and antibodies that sustain your baby's growth and development. Thanks to a system controlled by artificial intelligence, each baby receives custom nutrients tailored to their needs. The second bioreactor is designed to eliminate any waste products produced by the babies. The artificial umbilical cord helps the babies to release their waste products into the second bioreactor. With the help of a delicate layer of engineered enzymes, the second bioreactor can then recycle waste products and turn them back into useful nutrients. This way, the facility ensures a steady and sustainable supply of fresh nutrients to your baby. With Ectolife, miscarriage and low sperm count are a thing of the past. Prior to placing the fertilized embryo of your baby inside the growth pod, in vitro fertilization is used to create and select the most viable and genetically superior embryo, giving your baby a chance to...
Basically, a pod full of hybrids walking around. If y'all watched play that game called Metal Gear Solid, it came out in the late 90s. They had something which is called Lost Infants Terribles or something. Basically went back to the cloning of super soldier back in the 1960s, I believe. It was a top secret experiment by the CIA that they was cloning these particular super soldiers out of this guy called Big Boss, the perfect soldier. And basically, out of the whole game, you were killing your brothers, the whole genome army. If you know what genome means, I mean, look it up. It's pretty self-explanatory. But the whole concept of the genome soldiers was basically your brothers you were killing, and then you had your twin brother by the name of Liquid Snake, which is basically a recessive copy of Big Boss, and you being Solid Snake was the more dominant copy. Basically, you know, you end up clashing with him, but basically the whole game you're killing fucking clones. And they showed you pretty much this too. So to show you that the Lord is cold, man, he shows you shit 30 years in advance, and he said these things will happen and they will come. All right, so anyway, let's go from here to the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, man, because this is the time we're living in. This is the book of Daniel 12, and I'm going to start at verses, hold on, I think the maintenance people here, Daniel 12 and 4. It says, but thou, Daniel, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal up the book, even to the time of the end, that many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Okay, so that shows you this computer, this technocracy that we're living in, it's getting to the point it's getting out of hand. Okay, and they always say that man and machine would be the destroyer of worlds, but in this case, Yahweh Shai is going to rain a nuclear holocaust down on this place, because hey, at this point, it's like, what's the point? They're trying to cast out the need for Yahweh Shai. Okay, and it says, and then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood two other, one on this side of the bank of the river, and the other on that side of the bank of the river. And one said it to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, how long should it be to the end of those wonders, man? Okay, so yeah, we're at the times, man. And I'm gonna play the rest of this and one more precept, and I think that'll seal the deal, but here we go.
Develop without any biological hurdles. And if you want your baby to stand out and have a brighter future, our Elite Package offers you the opportunity to genetically engineer the embryo before implanting it into the artificial womb. Thanks to CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing tool, you can edit any trait of your baby through a wide range of over 300 genes. By genetically engineering a set of genes, the Elite Package allows you to customize your baby's eye color, hair color, skin tone.
It's some 2K22 shit, man. It's some Live 96 type shit, like, bro, seriously.
Physical strength, height, and level of intelligence. It also allows...
Let the black woman get a hold of that, or her baby's gonna come out blonde hair and blue eye.
you to fix any inherited genetic diseases that are part of your family history, so that your baby and their offspring will live a healthy, comfortable life, free of genetic diseases. Say goodbye to the pain of childbirth and birth-related muscle contractions. Ectolife provides you a safe, pain-free alternative that helps you deliver your baby without stress. The delivery process is smooth, convenient, and can be done with just a push of a button. After discharging the amniotic fluid from the artificial womb, you will be able to easily remove your baby from the growth pod. Everything is perfectly designed so you and your partner can enjoy the delivery process. To ensure full transparency, our post-delivery free DNA paternity test helps you confirm the genetic identity of your baby so you can return home knowing that your baby is genetically yours. You don't have to worry about power cuts or carbon footprint. Ectolife uses highly efficient, clean, renewable energy consisting of solar and wind power. The highly advanced pods operate with minimal energy needs, making it easy for your baby to make it to full term without any complications. And for those who want a more convenient solution, Ectolife is made accessible so your life can be easier. Thanks to our miniaturized bioreactors and long-lasting batteries, you can use Ectolife growth pods at the comfort of your home, allowing you to incubate your baby in your building without the need to visit our factory.
That's fucking creepy, man. Well, you got a whole fucking artificial baby brewing up in your living room. That's disturbing. Fuck that.
By owning your special growth pod, you will have the...
You Jakes want to raise families here. You get mad at us because we chose to opt out of this way of life. But y'all don't want to have that. Look at this. Why would we want to be here? And I'm trying to keep my voice down because I'm at the crib, people can hear, but man, I'm livid watching this damn video, man. If I can shout and scream, I will, but...
ability to build a happy family, one baby at a time, away from any birth complications. The concept of Ectolife facility was designed by biotechnologist and science communicator Hashim Al-Ghaili. It relies on groundbreaking research work that has been conducted by scientists and engineers since 1950s. Tired of waiting for a response from an adoption agency?
They've been experimenting with gene editing shit since the fucking 30s, 40s, man. They've been doing this for a long time just to perfect it, so it's nothing new. But regardless of that, man, we got to get the hell out of here. This is the book of Isaiah 31:1. It says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not into the Holy One of Israel, and need to seek the Lord," right? Because you people are going to seek artificial means as to live in this lavish lifestyle you've always wanted. But you see they're trying to do away with your actual human procreation. Okay, let's just say we went another generation in this hellhole. They'd do away with all of us. It wouldn't be no natural birth. It wouldn't be anything natural about this place. Starting families here. Clearly, this is not where we're supposed to be starting a family at, like the scriptures tell you in Jeremiah, the 16th chapter. Okay, if I've known that, then I wouldn't be in a predicament of having children here. But, we didn't know. So it's all through the Spirit. But it says, "Yet also is he wise, yet he is also wise, and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers." And who is the evildoers? Esau and the other nations. "And against the help of them that work iniquity," which is sin on top of sin. This is iniquity that they're working. Okay? It says, "Now the Egyptians are men and not the power, and their horse is flesh and not spirit. And when the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall all fail together," man. So this is going to fall regardless, but it's just to build up in the reality of seeing this thing come to fruition in its totality, man. So I'm going to end it there, brothers, man. I think I've went long enough, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom and above all. Shalom.